Alright, I think we're ready to change the screen. Hello. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Part... I don't know what part we're on now. The last few Fridays we've been dedicating to playing 7 Remake. And I think that we're going to keep on doing that. We made it topside as of last week. I've not touched the game since. And yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say besides that. I think we just get, as the YouTubers are wont to say, let's jump right into it. Hey Gravy, how you doing? Yeah, long time no see. Let's hit the continue button. Yep, last time I played it was a week ago. Let's see which backdrops are 2D images and which ones are 3D. That looks... well, I mean, that ship... It's probably 2D. Okay, well, that's a dead end. Well. Hey, gang. Don't forget to check your corners. Hate boxes. All my homies hate boxes. Anything over here? Let me know if the game's too loud. You know, clearly I still have a long way to go in learning how to stream because, like, last couple of weeks I had to like throw away my headphones into a different corner of the room because my microphone kept on picking up the audio, right? And then, like, today I realized, what if I just turned down Windows?
So they know what they're up against.
Somehow I don't think it's all for us.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy with it. If you're interested, the artist Woody or Woody M is on Twitter. If you want to see more of their stuff, they do commissions as well. I don't know if they're open at the moment, but if you're interested, there you go. But yeah, I love it so much. It's always what I've wanted to make my way towards, and now that I actually have it, I feel so much more excited to stream knowing that I can look and see this model.
What about the ceasefire?
That only put the war on pause.
Yeah, like, it had a look. That was, like, the best of my MS Paint ability. But to have this is just, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say a game changer, because, like, I feel so much more excited. And, like, I've got one now, like, I'm still, like, looking online for other artists, like, to maybe commission different talking PNGs. And, I could, like, alternate depending on how I feel. At the moment, I'm still on a waiting list. Or maybe I'm not on a waiting list. I submitted a request for an artist a while ago.
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know? I'm a ticking time bomb. And sooner or later, I'm gonna have to blow up.
Well, then make it later.
I mean, he's not wrong. Barrett, seek cancelling. My eyes. Yeah, it's neat that they cover their eyes. That's probably the way we're going. Gosh, like even for me, like my eyes are like, damn. So I believe there's at least 1 or 2 items to pick up in this chapter. I just need to be careful when I'm exploring the areas. Do I need to rest? No. Let us march forth. Next week, I believe the Stranger Paradise DLC comes out, so we might stream that instead. But I'm not particularly excited for the DLC, I've got to admit. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how far we'll get into the game, into 7 Remake today. I don't know how much game is ahead of me. Thankfully, I've been able to avoid
That one there.
majority of spoilers.
That's a Shinra truck, isn't it?
Come on.
They're going to notice like the thudding of some people landing on the truck, right? Like, I'm not saying Barrett's heavy. I'm just saying Barrett has a certain amount of mass that might be noticeable. There's how? No way. No way you would have spotted them coming down.
Anything?
Nah.
All clear.
Roger.
Get out of here.
Okay, head on in.
Yeah, no worries. Enjoy your RuneScape. Well, there we go. I've not played RuneScape in a very long time. Very, very, very long time. Okay, I believe
Ain't no Shinra punk taking me down.
Coming through.
a little bit of fire doesn't hurt anybody, right?
Burn.
Maybe a smaller one on the other. Easy.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Bring it on.
Where are
The
they?
idea was to not get noticed.
You still think my style.
You never played.
I've scanned
To
them
be stealthy in the
before.
first place.
Don't
Try and get me
remember.
back into it with a
Maybe,
fresh start
maybe
with
not.
everything going on. Yes, but no, I will not. I will not. I will not be tempted. I already have one MMO that I'm paying money for. I can't. But it's always better with a friend, for sure. Okay, then maybe let's do stretch those legs. We've just started Stream Elements. I need to figure out what that timer is. I think it's like from when I boot up OBS.
No. Let's finish this.
You get them all?
It's feeling like a proper party now.
Let's keep moving.
I'm
Service
trying to-
entrance in the back.
I'm trying to remember the last time I played RuneScape. Hello, Ergo. How are you? We've just started. Well, what have you missed so far? You saw me go down some... I went down some stairs, and then we went on a truck, and nobody managed to spot us apart from Barrett's big fat ass getting in the way. I do not want to play RuneScape. I do not want to play RuneScape. After my Gundam Evolution stream last week, the person that I raided, I believe they're... let me get their name right, because they recently followed me. Raider XRG. They were playing Gundam Battle Operations 2, and they were telling me about the gacha mechanics and that, and I'm like, maybe, no, I need to be strong. I must be strong. Ergo, simple yes or no. Like, my streams are normally like 3-ish hours, right? Could I finish the game in 3 hours, or is it at least another stream away before I finish this game? I've got a feeling it's going to be at least another stream, but I want to double check.
What's the situation? Can't get in contact.
Oh, I need to open the gate, that's done.
Did they do this? No idea.
Ring ring.
Tough, but doing
Perhaps another stream. Okay, okay. Because like the last thing that I saw was when I raided someone last week, and they were literally playing like the very end of the game, and I had to leave ASAP because whatever was happening was definitely a spoiler. Okay, roots. heal Cloud.
You're up.
Hang back. Calling fire.
Just spend an inordinate amount of time knocking over all the chairs further up the building. Out of fun, or just politely saying fuck Shinra.
That's that.
Two. Deadly dodge material. Wonderful. I should probably take. Hold on. You know what I should do? Get rid of this. I'm not using it. Looked over a couple by mistake and realised they stay like that, so I made a game of it. X. We'll do this one. Yeah, that'll be handier. I mean, it is a game. Might as well make a game of it. I'm hoping or assuming that the rest of the game's pretty linear. Because after there was a do you know what we should do at some point? We should watch the Final Fantasy 16 trailer they just dropped yesterday. After watching that, I once again was reminded I have a lot of Final Fantasies to play before the game comes out.
No escape.
Okay, switch to Barret. Just freeze the doggies. Nope, wrong enemy. Nope. There's two big portions in this building and a stage before the final bit. Okay.
I'm waiting.
So I'd say be prepared to spend another stream on this after this one. Okay. So what I did say before you joined the stream was we might spend next week's stream playing the new Stranger Paradise DLC, but because I'm not particularly excited for it, I might not play it at all, so we shall see. Secrets. Nope. Secrets. No secrets. No. I mean, at this point, well, they introduced a difficulty setting which I believe makes the game, gives you infinite MP. So if you really wanted to, you could, like, cheese it. And to be honest, I'm probably going to cheese the next batch of DLC. I have no interest in the challenge aspect anymore.
Wasn't planning on it. Calling fire.
So that's my plans anyway. And hopefully I'll get lucky like last time where the game glitches and I can beat the DLC boss without them being able to hit me. That would be fun. Have you bought the DLC? Did you buy the like DLC or the collector's thing? Like, do you already own the DLC? No, okay. I wonder then if you have access to the easier difficulty. I think you should do. It's probably worth like booting it up and finding out. It's really handy, especially for the single player only segments. Why is everyone in pain? Raise clouds.
You do it.
Nope. like when I first bought the game, or just for the new DLC. The easier difficulty was added when the first DLC came out, so I don't know whether it's included with the DLC or whether it's included in the base game. Like, you know, like in 14, some stuff is for 2.0, 3.0 free trials people, and some is for expansion only. Why are we getting our ass handed by? Haste would help.
We can do better.
No way!
So I've not got any DLC, so to answer that question. Yep. Chances are you'll boot the game up. You know, I'm just gonna, like, die, and then we'll retry the fight.
I hate this. I know I did.
There's also the opportunity that me and Stu can, like, carry you through the story segments up until it becomes... yeah. That's fine. Bira!
No escape.
Do like punishment. Okay. Let's do this thing, which I don't think I've really messed around with.
Say goodbye. Keep it together.
Let's do this. Oh, in fact. What?
I'm still sorry. No choice. All good.
Okay. Let us...
Shake it off, okay?
Guess it's my turn. Suck on this.
We'll heal Cloud in a moment. There we go. Barrett, what did you shoot? I'll need to reinstall Stranger of Paradise on my PlayStation as well. It's amazing how, despite having a bigger hard drive, how fast it's already filled up. Is it second? What do you mean by fun? Like as a character or like as the play?
No escape.
Who's still alive? Okay, limit break, why not? Just like the added dialogue that yeah, I like, apart from sometimes I think his da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na is a little inappropriate at times, but if it makes him happy. Whew. We were not very good in that one.
That's that.
Sure hope no one else knows we're here.
Come on.
I'm sure they do. Yeah. I think it was more specifically like, at least for me, it was when Barrett was clearly having a breakdown about Marlene, and here he is singing the fanfare when he kills a bunch of enemies, and like, seek therapy. Okay, so I also checked. I need, yeah, I've got enough gil for the weapon. Oh, this place is at. Okay, back away. I'm relying on you for missable weapons. I did a quick glance. Tifa's one's in a maze. Barrett's one I have to buy, I think. Cloud's is like you can't miss it, and Aerith's I don't remember. Okay, we're good. I just remember Tifa's one's in a certain. Hello? So that's where we're going. Any secrets? Nope. Get my steps in. I'm suddenly transported to playing Final Fantasy XIII, just with, I don't know, the lighting? That doesn't really make sense. I'm not sure why I'm being reminded of 13. Oh.
Nobody's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
Oh, before I forget, I now have sound elements, sound alerts now in. So some you have to spend bits, some you can use channel points. So for example, let me find one. Let me just redeem one. I know, yeah. So for channel points and for some bits, you can get certain sound effects to play during my stream. So yeah, have fun. I can add more as we go
I'm
along.
thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Wow! Finally something to spend your points on.
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
I believe Bonk and Bruh are also channel point ones.
Maybe we can.
I don't know how it works on mobile phones, but I only learned recently how to do the bits one where you hover over you hover over the stream screen, and then you'll see like a little pop up on the side, and it's like it's that Sound Elements logo. Thank you. And yeah, I don't know how it works on mobile version though. Okay, so in that one you then redeem it. And I've locked them behind bits because I don't want people spamming them unless they're paying for it. So I've got a couple fart ones, but Barbara's gonna have to pay for that if he actually wants them.
Desk to find out.
And the Rock and Stone one's just the same old Rock and Stone.
This building's incredible.
A shining monument to corporate greed. One of these days I'm going to tear it down and burn the rubble.
But not today.
Yeah.
I am digging the lighting. I am digging the ambient music. This is very cool. I like how the marble looks. To be honest, I like marble in general, so like that's not hard to impress me with. Hey, it's like that. Hold on. It's like that iconic pose. It's like the cover, right? That's what the box art looks like. in the room after doing a puzzle. Okie dokie. Okay, let's see.
I don't know about you, but I don't think we should try touching it.
Shit, make
Coward.
life hard.
Let's just keep heading up.
Touch it. Touch it, bring it, do it. Brings us, makes us harder, better, faster. Okay.
So, how do we get upstairs?
By using the
The
stairs.
elevator or the emergency stairwell.
Isn't the lab we're looking for on one of the top floors? I vote we take the elevator.
Soon. I assume that's my ride out. No? Keycard? Yep. We'll make sure to find it. This music's I would love to take the lift. Are these the chairs you're on about? Whether the stairs or not, I'm doing it now. Fuck chairs, all my homies hate chairs. Done. No achievement? Sorry, trophy. This seems to be the right way. Double check that that one's locked off as well. I would actually be very interested to watch like videos on how sounds are recorded, like not making sounds like with like electronic stuff, but like how do they record the sound of like something breaking? Where does the mic go? How do you stop it from getting splinters, etc., etc. So let's go. This one will be open, right? Nope.
No getting upstairs without a key card, huh?
Think we're gonna need a few before this is over.
Pretty sure I saw one lying around.
Ah, the reception desk.
Yeah, but how to get in?
Above us.
Go up and over, maybe? Look. Pretty sure we could reach it if we hop across those lights.
Above us.
I don't know.
I assume this is the puzzle.
I think I'll give it a shot. As the lightest one here, I figure I've got the best chance. You two can sit back and watch.
Without the Buster Swords, I would not be shocked if Cloud is... I would say... Like, if I had to make an assumption, I would imagine that Cloud and Tifa are closer in weight than Tifa's making out. Like, without the Buster Swords. Because, like, look at him. He's somewhat muscular, but, like, more svelte. Yeah, and, like, how much of it is just
Okay, guys.
Mako
wish me luck.
instead of magic instead of,
Aren't they always?
Okay. He does have a teeny tiny waist. Okay, this seems straightforward at the moment.
Tifa!
Oh shit! Tifa!
Dead.
Are you
I'm fine.
I thought I was dead for sure.
You gonna let me control this, or there we go. Okay, so we'll be nosy. Hey, whatever this track is... Right, well there's the chest. Okay, so I need to somehow... Wait. Well, I found it. So once we're slightly elevated, we can figure it out. Look at all the neon. Okay. Oh, I assume this is the cars. No. Jump. Where's my jump? There we go. Zelda rules where you can't jump. Let's go. Ha! There we go. Purple pain. And the other weapon, I believe in this chapter, I have to buy for 10 grand. Materia slots. Wonderful. Let's do... just rock. You know what? I think we need more HP. Also trying to divide with as much SP as we have. Then we'll get 4 of these. Excellent. Got additional slots. I think, you know what, I'm going to add an extra... Oh. What's subversion? I don't know, she's already got a lot of spells on her. Maybe give her one of these. I just fall off the edge? No. And then the... yeah, 2 of this chapter, 2 of the next chapter. So I assume... if we don't save Aerith this chapter, we save her in the next one. Just using simple logic. Because there's, what, 19 chapters? Something like that? We're on 16 at the moment. We're 17. Check when I'm pausing. That's, you know what, that's something I don't like about modern games. Like, if you're like in the motion of something, you're doing something, certain like
Hand over hand, huh? That's fine.
pause capabilities are taken away from you, which I think is really stupid. Okay. These things are dumb. Come on, teep up. Tifa. Okay, let's try again. Oh, okay. I was the stupid one. I went the wrong way. No, I didn't. I'm so dazzled by the neon.
This isn't so bad.
Get yourself
Pretty
a workout.
close now. Just need to make it over there.
Up.
Almost there. Just need to get across those platforms.
They have done a great job with the voice acting. I don't know if you know at the top of your head, but like, are the voice actors for 7 Remake the same as they were for, say, like Advent Children, or I suppose Crisis Core? I know there's a complaint that there's a new voice actor for Zack in Crisis Core, all new ones. Okay, well they did a fantastic job. Like Aerith as well, notably for me. Parkour. Parkour. Gungaga, that's all I know. Oh, I'm getting bad memories of the swinging you have to do in 9. You have to swing like the cage back and forwards, and it just did not feel comfortable to do.
That's some fine work.
I might be able to disable security from here.
Hot damn, girl.
But I didn't do anything.
Roll raggy.
I'll take it. So you can use that to look up what floor the research facility's on?
I think so. Give me a sec. Bingo. Professor Hojo's lab. 65th floor looks like.
Hojo's a bad dude, right?
Huh. Guess we can only get to the 59th floor via the elevators or stairs. To access any level above that, we need to check in at the Skyview Hall reception.
59th floor it is then.
Right.
Rock and stone. Rock and stone, brother. I need to fix tits because it's still making audio very quiet and I don't know why. So where does this go? Okay. Nothing for me here. Oh. Oh, so that... Hold up. Do I have the option to take the stairs?
Got to be shitting me.
Nope. We're a lot less likely to get caught this way.
But a lot more likely to die of boredom.
Wait. No. I would have taken the lift.
It's only 59 floors.
Nothing to it.
At least it ain't
No.
a race. Small blessing.
Let me go back. Let me. No. 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 Hold on. Hold on. Take the stairs. Right. Fine. I mean, technically, it's safer. 4. Count along with me,
Wonder
chat.
what it's like up there.
More security,
5.
restrictions. It's not gonna get any easier.
6.
We're gonna be exhausted by the time we finally get to the top.
7.
Brace yourself. You'll be fine.
Maybe we should
8.
take a quick break.
Come on, Barrett.
9. I'm gonna get dizzy. Bruh. 10.
You can stop if you want.
11.
For me.
Just say you can't hack it.
I bet I'm gonna like end up missing like a treasure chest because I'm too distracted.
Enough from both of you. Stupid arguments aren't gonna get us there faster.
12.
I wasn't.
Not now. Save it for the top.
13. I am a top. Maybe Cloud's not, I don't know. I suppose counting doesn't really work when there's a delay, right? 14. Final Fantasy 14, we're done! $15. Oh. 16. Coming out summer 2023. We should watch the trailer during the stream. 17.
Guess these labs and
18.
shit
Oh, it's
are all
it's-
the way at the
it's actually tracking where
very top.
everybody is. That's really funny.
Yep. The
Tifa's in the
very
lead.
That's good to know.
20.
Keep an eye on Barrett.
Nope.
top.
Officer, I don't think I heard you. Speak up.
21.
Keep an eye on Barrett.
22.
The assist.
Whatever.
23. We are... okay, we're almost halfway. 24.
I said, wait up.
25. Can I swap to Tifa? No. 26. There's a weird warbling going on with the music. Is that just me? 27. 28.
Hey,
I don't know what the he means.
behind you.
I'm worried. 30.
Think I've got like a stair climber's high.
For fuck's sake. 31. 32. I like to imagine that the warbling is because like I'm growing delirious and sounds don't make sense. 33. Fuck you. 34.
You tired?
I was. But I'm feeling okay now.
35. I can't even sprint. Is it because I'm in...
What are we waiting for?
I literally... I can't sprint.
Roll.
36.
You really are doing better.
We gotta keep moving. To keep
37.
Woo. Okay. Woo.
Hard to argue with that. Let's go.
38. This is where I need like a sponsor to be like, and today's episode's brought to you by Blue Apron. Hold on, I'm taking a sip of my coffee. There we go. I'll catch up, guys, don't worry. It won't let me sprint though. $40. What kind of coffee do you think Cloud drinks? I bet he says just a black coffee, but 41.
But tell me, these stairs, are
42.
these stairs ever gonna end?
If anyone ever says 42 is the ultimate answer to the life unit, the meaning of life, they're wrong. That is the incorrect answer. The question, this annoys me when people say 42 is the answer to life, universe, and everything. 42 is the answer to the ultimate question. I've not read the books, but I've read about this. They ask the computer, what deep think, whatever it's called, what's the answer to the ultimate question, like the life, the universe, and everything, and they say 42. However, they don't know what the question is, so they know the answer, but they don't know what the ultimate question is. So when people say 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, that's it. You know what? Let's move. Let's mosey. 42. Cosmo Canyon blend espresso. I think that would be too bitter for him. I feel as though he like covers his coffee and then like fills it with sugar when no one's looking. 44. $45. 46. Also, the past like few hours with Barrett, I'm starting to think Barrett's muscle, his whole like image makes me think he's one of those like bodybuilders who looks really impressive, but they actually have like no stamina and no strength whatsoever. Because like with the grappling hook and all that stuff, I'm starting to notice that Barrett's not got a lot of stamina at all. He'd like a PSL, but he's never had one. True. Every year I have one PSL, and then every time I'm like, okay, I still don't like these.
At least that'd have an end.
I always give them a try, but they're always way too sweet for me. 49. Can I run yet? No. 50!
Yep. And you're in no state to fight any... Wait.
So, what should I do?
51.
Shut up and move.
Why are you slowing down, Clouds? God damn it. Uh, 53. Yeah, I need some meat, more meat on those bones. 54. Bruh. I see you found the sound alerts, Jack. The good ones are behind a paywall. 55. You're right, Barrett.
You want to go down all those stairs you just climbed?
56. Hover over my stream, and there should be a sound alerts icon. You click that, and it should show you the ones that use bits on. 57.
Climbing stairs, so much trouble.
Right, I want an acoustic version of that song from Barrett. I want an entire song. 58. I mean, this whole journey feels pointless because we didn't turn off that security system, so they already know we're here. 59. Good job, team. Wow!
The end.
Da 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 da.
Made it.
The real challenge starts now. Okay, let's go.
Oh, everyone's fine again?
70, 80, 90, 100%, 110. Mako supersaturation confirmed.
Booba. Oh no.
Engaging material
Not another
to
one.
reduce temperature.
What's the song that's playing? Please. No, no more violent women.
Madam Director?
I can't hold them all.
Stop. Your timing is impeccably atrocious.
Mako density and materia integrity are both holding steady.
Registering mass increase in core materia.
The song's great, whatever it is. Red materia. So is that summon materia?
Show me something truly exquisite.
Well, it's mutating, whatever the hell it is.
Contaminants registered.
We're leaving.
Materia growth accelerating, outpacing models. Registering crystallization within the reserve tanks.
The reaction's
I'm gonna have to fight that.
We have to stop it quickly!
Clean up the mess, would you?
Oh no, Denji. Denji, get off the
So
floor.
this is the Skyview Hall, huh? Bet this place cost a fortune and then some.
Let's look for reception.
Oh, I get to listen to more of this? Wonderful.
Please, just let my wife and daughter be safe.
Hey, check it out.
Come take a look, Cloud.
Okay. I'm getting flashbacks to being at the Hyatt Plaza in Tokyo, the one from Lost in Translation.
Damn fools. Ones who come here at night to take in the view. So pretty and marvelous and beautiful. But every little light burning bright runs off her blood. And bit by bit they bleed her, never stopping to think how it'll end for them.
Yeah.
Terrible but beautiful all the same.
I hope it's an actual lounge singer somewhere here singing.
What is Avalanche thinking? What are they even after?
Terrorism. Oh. This'll be fine. Get a view of Sector 7. Okay, that's 4. That's 6.
Please, just let my wife and daughter be safe.
Hey man, how are you? Playing some 7 Remake. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm getting access to the rest of the... I'll double check that. I think that was 6 anyway. So, I mean... I mean, that's maybe 5, but I don't see a 5. Oh, nice! I've not played Valorant in ages, because last time I played, my teammates kept on telling me to fuck off. But if I were to pick a shooter that I wanted to play, it would probably be Valorant.
You must be here for our grand tour.
Sure.
Visitors have access to floors 60, 61, 62, as well as floor 63. You will proceed in that order.
You
By
will
the
proceed.
exit of each floor, you will find a device that will allow you to update the key card in your possession, thereby
Okay.
allowing you to access the next floor. And now begins your grand tour. Please enjoy the Shinra experience.
Why has this whole thing gotta be such a big pain in the ass?
I don't know about you, but this is kind of weird.
You think everything's going too well?
Yeah, I do. Think this is...
Chainsaw Man.
Ha! If it is, then bring it on. Let's
Chainsaw
get
Man.
this party started.
As someone who's read all the manga and has been waiting for them to get an anime adaptation, then for MAPPA to then pick it up, it's 100% going to be Chainsaw Man. Alright, let's get this tour going then. I've also been enjoying Spy Family
Gotta
Season
get all
2.
these damn key cards just to get anywhere.
This is Shinra HQ. What the hell did you
7?
expect?
Says the former company man
No,
himself.
that's not 7.
Guess you'd know about all the rules, regulations, and red tape. It's like coming home, huh?
4. Is that I'm convinced that's 7, but then that wouldn't make sense. 4. That looks like 0, but it's not. I've seen pictures of a little brown thing with chainsaw coming out of its head. Is that Chainsaw Man? Yes. That is part of Chainsaw Man.
Really go to all the effort to build a new one?
Wait, build a new what? Yeah, I think he's talking about Pochita. Pochita. Anything to say?
It's just when I think about what all those poor people must be going through.
That one, that's 7. That's 6, 7, 8. Okay, I can actually read numbers. I'm not an idiot. I'm not colorblind myself, but I'm always what's the word I'm looking for? There are so many people like that I watch or listen to on podcasts that it just turns out like people that get into the video game industry all for some reason end up being colorblind. It's such a weird I don't think there's a correlation between colorblindness and video game development, but it seems to happen more. Well, then again, I think colorblindness is just actually very common. That's a pretty tree. I think there's a chest. Or no, there was something in the description suggesting that.
Wutai's pulling their strings, you'll see.
Can we use the lift? Nope. Keep your eyes out for a chest, folks.
Yes, every reactor,
Let's do.
every pillar. Like I said, a full inspection. There's no telling what kind of damage there might be. If you see anything out of the ordinary, I want to know.
Sorry to bother you, sir.
No, it's not quite Dark Souls,
It's fine.
unfortunately.
I've brought the damage assessment for Sector 7 you requested. Sir, Perhaps you should try and get some sleep.
Try it, butthole.
No, not yet. I need to finish preparing my draft of the reconstruction plan before tonight's board meeting. Whatever reasons they might have had, destroying an entire sector it's beyond the pale.
Director, I would strongly advise you not to say such things outside of this room.
Don't I know it?
If by Scarlet you mean Tifa. Oh, no, Scarlet, yeah, hers were on display. Like, they literally showed her chest before they kind of showed her face. I was too busy thinking of Tifa's. Memorial that way. Nothing over here. Hello, sir.
What a world. Why do we even bother, you know?
Totally, man. It's like... Bruh. So we have to go floor by floor. We're going to the memorial. Alright, nobody watched this bit of me struggling to interact with an object. Welcome to Dulux, such a perfect town. Yes, we have some rules, let us lay them down.
Our humble home.
Oh, hell no!
Here in the Memorial Museum, you can learn all about our president, as well as the various divisions that make up the company. And of course, the city of Midgar and the miracle of Mako energy. Whatever takes your fancy, you're sure to learn something new.
Yeah, shut up!
Okay, I don't know if I'll pick them up. Because I've not played 10-2. But hey, good job, lighting team.
I think I just threw up a little.
The man with the golden gun.
Very highly of himself.
A man of the people. It's something you don't notice unless you know, you know. Okay. So I'm not gonna notice then, is what you're saying. Like, I know that there's a Shinra in 10 or 10-2. Okay, I think they both go the same way. Oh, there is no. It's one way. So, like, as far as I know, that reference is literally, oh, the Midgar and... Gosh, I'm trying to remember what that planet's called. It's not Abed, because that's, like, one of the races. It's not Zanarkand, because that's a place. Spira? It's like, Spira and Midgar technically then exist in the same solar system, whatever, but, like, it's more, it's more, cameo Easter egg than it is like a canon thing. Anyway.
I hope you're all enjoying yourselves.
Nope.
Wasn't it fun to learn about Shinra and our esteemed president? And to get a peek at the president's mementos? That was super cool.
Hi. Scary lady. Just watching the clips. Oh, he's got a heart. That means he's a good guy. That is a tubby little man.
Now, moving along. The next exhibit will teach you about the important work we do here, by giving you a closer look at each of our divisions. I hope you're ready to be amazed, because you simply won't believe all the exciting adventures we have here.
Okay.
These all look so familiar.
Because we've destroyed a bunch of them already.
The advanced weaponry exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience. The advanced weaponry exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance.
What? Read this? This paper right here? Give me a moment.
Ponder the orb.
To the Shinra building.
Pondering the orb.
The Space and Aeronautics Division has taken rocket systems developed for military applications and adapted them to a different purpose. The search for new precious resources in the infinite reaches of space. That being said, since we have plenty of Mako at the present, those plans are currently on hold. It's a bit of a shame, really.
Speaking of pondering orbs, ha cha 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 cha. Okay.
Welcome to Shinra headquarters. My duties as Director of Research and Development are, in all likelihood, far beyond your ability to comprehend. So there will be no presentation, as it would be a waste of my time and yours. But rest assured, we are making great strides. Albeit not at this particular moment, because I'm filming this rubbish instead. I believe I've wasted enough of my precious time as it is. Science waits for no one, after all. So, good day.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that no way would... What kind of museum memorial gives that much of a shit show of, like, voice notes? They would be told to do them again. Anyway, let's listen to Heidegger.
The public security exhibit is currently undergoing maintenance. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Shinra, okay. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it's like, no, just do it again.
Welcome to the Shinra building.
You're the good guy who's going to get assassinated, I'm sure, because you're a good guy in a bad company.
With energy created from Mako. We also take pride in maintaining public infrastructure, the pillars and railways that run all throughout the city. Currently, we are working to construct an intraplate expressway. When this project has been completed, it will provide much easier access to numerous locations all across Midgard. We appreciate your patience and understanding in the meantime.
Okay. Was checking if there was like a secret materia being held up there or something. These walls are gonna light up, right?
Impressive, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed learning about our divisions and the wonderful ideas and solutions that are produced to benefit us all. Here at Shinra, we strive to ensure the safety of all residents around the clock.
Do you know what is making me really suspicious is all the footage is places we've been, which makes sense that they're reusing the assets of previous zones, right? But it's more specifically is like we as in like personally, like Cloud and Party have been in those spots, and I'm just like, I feel like this footage has been made for us.
Moving along, the next exhibit will teach you all about the miracle of Mako energy and our reactors, as well as the city of Midgard itself. So come on!
Alright!
This is Midgard, our home, recreated in 1/10,000th scale.
Wow!
As you can see here, the 8 Mako reactors form a ring around the center of our city and keep Midgard running day and night. The Mako which flows beneath our feet is a truly limitless resource. At Shinra, we have developed technologies to extract it and transform it into the fuel and electricity that powers everything we do. Thanks to the miracle of Mako energy, our lives are richer and better than ever before. Mako keeps our lights on at night and made Midgard into the city that never sleeps. the triumph of technology and testament to man's potential.
Nothing but a bunch of lies.
Well, better
Except that
spent than
Mako has
hoarded.
made people's lives better.
It's made people blind. Blind to the cold, hard truth. Even I used to buy into that bullshit. Remembering that makes me even madder.
Never have ever seen a good company have tubes like that with weird cables. And do you know it would be they should put it into 14. Like the quest reward for completing all the weapons trials from Shadowbringers. It would work as like a table. Very big though. Yeah, definitely a housing item. Oh, God, I'm just thinking back to the thing that I sent you yesterday of people. I read so many comments of people saying that the assets in 16 are ripped from 14. I'm like, what are we talking about? Let's save the 16 chat until we get to the trailer. But yeah, those have been some real takes lately.
Yourself a proud Shinra scholar. Now, moving along. Next, you'll learn about our progress in advanced science and technology. Please proceed to the 61st floor, the Visual Entertainment Hall.
All right.
Welcome to the Visual Entertainment Hall, where we showcase Shinra's cutting-edge technology. Through an immersive
More stairs.
visual audio experience, please relax and enjoy the show.
This is sketch. Please enjoy our VR battle. We promise you won't die. It's not good news when it cuts to... Please look forward to it. Do 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 do. They've actually been pretty light on cutscenes like this. They've kept a lot of it in-game, in-engine.
In the distant past, our planet was home to a people we call the Ancients.
Okay, this is actual plot.
Many millennia before we discovered Mako, these precursors were already pioneering its use. Somehow they learned of the great reservoir of energy pulsing beneath their feet. And once they had, the Ancients developed the means to harness this bountiful energy and bend it to their will. The fruits of their labors have survived to this very day in the form of certain kinds of materia. Their scripture, too, has endured. We who are born of the planet, with her we speak, her flesh we shape. Unto her promised land shall we one day return. By her loving grace and providence, may we take our place in paradise. Alas, the Ancients themselves are long gone.
We destroyed it all.
2,000 years ago, a meteor brought an end to their civilization. But before their fiery end, did the Ancients find their promised land? Even now, we have only to wonder. Times have changed, and the Shinra Electric Power Company is committed to changing and evolving with them. Like the Ancients, we've harnessed the power of Mako. Are they out there watching us, waiting for us to join them in some blessed corner of the world?
No.
A green and verdant land where boundless Mako energy will provide for our every need. Shinra is working for you to fulfill the hope of the ancients and lead us to that promised land. We shall not rest until our dream is realized.
A name you can trust. That is not the weapon I have equipped.
That it?
Hi, Seth.
No!
Wait, Tifa was a hologram the whole time? Vine Boom.
Sephiroth.
Oh dear, oh dear. A man of my refined taste running out of butter. Shorn of its proper accompaniment, this tea might as well be boiled pond water.
He looks like a frog.
No, it couldn't possibly have been.
Crazy ass thing made me want to puke. And not just because of the presentation, but the content too. Ought to come with a warning. That ain't for kids.
That wasn't just a movie.
That huge meteor, what was that about?
Like I said, nothing you should show a kid.
Like, I know about having, like, clarified butter in, like, certain whiskey cocktails. But in your tea?
Congratulations! You can call yourself a proud Shinra expert! Your mission is to go out and tell everyone about the wonders of Shinra. Next, you'll be visiting the repository for Shinra's expertise and know-how. Please make your way to the 62nd floor, the corporate archive.
What the?
Hello.
Greetings and welcome. Avalanche, I presume. My name is Hart, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I've come to escort you to Mayor Domino, per his request.
The mayor of Midgar? The empty suit that's just a mouthpiece for Shinra?
Yes. The mayor of our dear Midgar. The most magnificent city ever built. That Mayor Domino. The visual entertainment hall has been experiencing technical difficulties of late, and he suspected that these difficulties might impede your progress.
So what does the mayor want with us?
Was Shinra Electric Company a thing in the original 7? Because that was when they were still Squaresoft. But yes, there is a foreshadowing.
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him that yourself.
Is Mayor Domino an AI? Are we gonna fight an AI?
We're supposed to follow.
We've invented these things called NFTs.
Look at this place. So what? You telling me the mayor's some kind of crazy bookworm?
Quit stomping your feet, Barrett. We're in a library. This piano medley is nice. Yeah, but he's be. Hey, I know when to be light on my feet. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountains. Oh wait, secret tunnel to a secret library. Wonderful. This is where the hardcore stuff is.
Here. If this is a trap, you're a dead man, you hear?
The mayor is waiting.
Nope. Bye.
The mayor is waiting.
Bye.
Where do you think you're going?
Fine.
This can't be right.
Ah, wonderful. You finally made it. I am the mayor of the great metropolis of Mako. Domino, at your service. I must say you three haven't exactly been discreet.
Huh?
I wonder who's been cleaning up all your messes.
What the hell's going on?
Come on, think about it. You've been caught by security several times, walked in front of every other camera, and scared an accountant half to death. Do you hear the alarm? No? You're welcome. I can only assume your cell wasn't looped in. I am Avalanche's man on the inside.
Say what?
Is it really that surprising to you? You've seen where they put me. The mayor of the greatest city in the whole wide world, tucked away in a secret broom closet in the damned archives. The nerve. Those stupid Shinra pricks thought I'd just shut up and accept their treatment. But they were wrong.
So you
Dead
snitched
wrong.
because they gave you a room without a view. Got it.
Huh. Well, this ought to make things easier.
We need to break into Professor Hojo's lab.
What? Why? You mean you're not here to give President Shinra his comeuppance?
We could do both.
We're here to save a friend who was taken.
But the president's gonna get his too, if I have anything to say about it.
Well, I don't particularly care what you end up doing, so long as it hurts Shinra.
Great.
So, I can get you as far as the 64th floor.
Hold up. You telling me that that's the best you can do?
That is indeed the best that I can do.
But you're the mayor.
But you're the mayor? Does this look like the office of a mayor? I'm a glorified librarian, nothing more. They don't even invite me to their meetings. Sorting records and reports, that's all
He's
I
a puppet.
do. My hands and fingers have more paper cuts than skin. No one knows my pain, my daily torment. They've made me a pathetic shell of a
Shut
man.
up. Can we go? Can we get going?
Okay. They did you wrong like us, but we'll make it right. So just calm down. Deep breaths, man. Deep breaths.
Let me see that key card of yours.
What he really wants is a factory where Magic Chocolate Factory. Look at him. He's whimsical.
Here you are. You can now use it to access the recreational facility on the 63rd floor.
Then what are we supposed to do?
You look for a fellow Avalanche collaborator. Identify yourselves and he'll give you a key card to the 64th. The
Thank you for the bonk.
countersign is, the mayor is the best. Midgar's mayor is nothing less. Everyone says he's cooler than the rest.
Bruh.
Just say mayor to the guy, and if he goes, the best, with gusto, then you've found your man. You got it?
Sure.
If you think you've found the collaborator, say, mayor, you got it now?
Okay. I'd like to leave now. Oh, just while I am here, checking my proficiency is maxed out with every weapon so far, minus the purple pain. Correct.
If you require additional assistance, please do not hesitate to ask.
So can you tell us anything about this collaborator?
Certainly I could do just that, but a man in my position must conduct his affairs.
You just said you would help me.
Which is to say that that which has been requested cannot be freely given, if you take my meaning.
You want money!
Disclosing confidential information entails considerable risk. Due compensation is to be expected. In this particular instance, that would amount to 10,000 gil.
Rip us off more, why don't you?
Okay.
The 64th floor is reserved for our executives. The individual you seek is fastidious and well-dressed. This individual likes to visit the 63rd floor to decompress from the stress of the job.
That really all you got for us?
Oh, are you dissatisfied with your purchase? How unfortunate. Perhaps this will help preserve our relationship.
Huh?
An expression of my gratitude and appreciation.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah, yeah, when I saw I had to spend 10k with a heart fell, I'm like, okay, well, it has to be this person. Alright, let's upgrade it first before we equip it. The EKG gun. Consume all 8 charges to deliver close range. No more! Stop giving me close range weapons for Barrett. The whole... okay. I'm sure he's great as a physical fighter, but I much prefer to use him for range. I mean, that'll change. I could change that up when I've got Aerith again, but it's a gun! It's a gun! It's ranged. Alright. The police are not here for me. Okay, so one of each. Yeah, I'm glad we're in the same mindset, ergo. Has to be linked material. Okay, so let's do that.
I still can't believe the mayor is working with Avalanche.
Would have been nice to know. Idiots at HQ should have kept us in the loop.
This library just makes me think of the one in Charlene. That's the last experience I've had with libraries. And we just got a few thousand back, so that's not too bad. Yes, melee stuff in OG2. Except for magic users, there's 3 ranged characters in OG and 2 of them are optional. Wait, there's 3 ranged and 2 of them are optional. Like, yeah, okay, sure. You can show off that you can swap in so you can be a physical guy instead of ranged. But at least in Remake, Tifa and Cloud obviously makes sense as melee based. Also, like, well, I don't know how close it is to 7, but like the fact that we've barely had a chance to use Aerith probably makes sense because based off what I've played with Aerith, she is completely busted with that mana ward. Maybe not busted, but you can do a lot of damage very quickly. Pardon? What do you mean? That's not weird. Anything to say for yourself? Yep. You've been listening to Domino, haven't you? Someone's been reprogramming. What have you got to say? Okay. I mean, true. So I assume that then means the other 2 weapons are in the next chapter. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna double check that, just so I don't accidentally scunner myself. Or is it the other, well, maybe not the other way around, that they were writing her out, so let's make her busted. And then the big reveal, big surprise is, oh shit, all that time that I've spent on her is now kind of, unavailable. But, like, Aerith feels powerful in this game, based on the few hours that I've actually had with her. Okay. Weapons. So, the final one is Chapter 17 for Cloud, and for Aerith is Chapter 17. Okay. So we've got 2 more weapons to go. Not including Yuffie. You know what? I'm actually going to nip to the bathroom, folks. Yeah, I would like to nip to the bathroom. So I'm actually going to leave this idle because the music's quite nice. I'll mute myself and we'll reconvene in a few minutes. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to hydrate. And let me just put a wee message to say that I will be elsewhere. Okay. That'll do for now. Leave this idle. It's just now got the nice magical SNOG, it just bonks people with her stick. I mean, that had to do with what they could, so right. I'm going to mute myself, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes, so yeah. Hello. Makes you notice, doesn't it? I think they got rid of that soundbite from cinemas, right? They got rid of that because people were getting really annoyed with it. It was effective, don't get me wrong, but like the amount of times people would shit themselves when they hear hello. Ooh, that could be a sound alert. Hold on. Let me write this down. I'm trolling myself by making this a thing, so we shall see. We shall see. Right, we progress the plot. What do you gentlemen have to say? Well, I did my job. Which character do you tend to play as in Val? I pretty much only used Phoenix Brimstone if I had to.
This precious promised land of yours.
She's like,
From
what?
now, Aerith, you misunderstand my intentions. I wish only to satisfy their material greed, so I can be left to pursue my great work. Our great work, my dear.
I respect my healers.
You're the spitting image of her now. I regret it to this day. If she had only trusted me instead of trying to run, it could have played out quite differently. What a terrible tragedy, to lose the last of the pure-blooded ancients. Though not completely, would you like to see your mother? Albeit through the lens of one of my microscopes.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
Did you really think we'd leave such a precious specimen to rot in the gutter? We collected and cataloged every last bit of her. Hair, skin, organs, every fragment of every bone. As breathtaking in death as in life. As you, my dear. Ifalna was elegance, right down to her cellular structure. And there it is, that same elegance. Oh, yes. Time for yet another meeting.
I was wondering where that beeping was coming from.
Sit tight. I won't be long.
I will not be a Discord kitten.
Here's the 63rd floor, where loyal Shinra employees relax and recharge.
It's pretty late, but I bet people are still here dealing with the aftermath of Sector 7.
It's their own damn fault.
Stay focused. We need to find this guy.
Yeah. Guess I better get working on my conversation skills.
I would like to see that. Wait, can I go up? They're gonna turn me around, right? Turns out you can get to the 64th floor really easily. You just go up. Simple. Don't mind if I do. Oh. I was recently told about the Val accent some people have made for themselves. And like, I then says like, oh, is this a misspelling of something? I went, nope, there's literally an accent now. What a world. Alright, chaps. Oh. My eyes! Mostly NA and Aussie sort.
They look busy.
The plate did just fall.
What kind of particulates in the air?
Seeing them like this somehow makes me feel a little bit better.
Support is getting overwhelmed by calls. We'll have to resort to AI operators.
Let's find our contact.
Not seeing any security around. One less thing to worry about.
All right. Can I go in here? No. Hello, sir. No, nothing. Okay.
Where are you, Mr. Collaborator?
I think we just need to start talking to people who look the part.
Remember, say mayor.
If they say the best, then we have a winner.
These will be the chairs you're on about, right? There's way more.
Better catch 'em soon.
Hello.
Hello there. So, what'll it be for you today?
The mayor.
Mayo? Sorry, we don't have any here.
Mayor. Right, hold on. Let's get rid of all these chairs.
Avalanche is scum. Avalanche is scum.
Avalanche is scum.
Head is spinning.
Whee!
Better catch 'em soon.
Got him. They don't care about the environment, they just knock things over.
Please, just leave me alone.
The mayor.
Oh,
For some reason, it makes me think of Noctis going, the money. What about you?
Oh, I'm gonna be here a while longer.
The mayor.
Hey, shush. I'm on the phone.
Are you military? Cool, cool. I guess things have been keeping you pretty busy around here. Have you found the guys who did this yet?
The mayor.
Huh? What about the mayor?
Never mind.
Hope you get him soon.
This feeling. It was like this before the last one started.
Maybe war is inevitable.
Maybe war is inevitable.
Today we welcome a special guest, Shinra's Director of Public Security, who has an important message to share with us.
Everyone here at Shinra is deeply saddened and outraged by this unconscionable act of terrorism. But at the same time, we will not be cowed by threats or violence. To the people of Midgar, I make this vow. We will find the villains responsible and bring them to justice. Are you listening, Avalanche? You cowardly dogs! Run all you like. Shinra is coming.
Do you think the other plates are in danger? Is it true that Wutai's gonna attack us again?
We should be safe here, right?
I wonder how the rescue ops are going.
Okay, so they're not on this floor. The mayor. The mayor. The mayor.
Better catch 'em soon.
I think that's all the chairs. Barrett. Shh.
The hell's that?
Combat sim. You can use it to train for battle in a virtual space.
Does training in that thing really make you better?
If we can fight the Marlboro, that's where we get one of the spells.
You work here? I don't recognize you. Can I help you with something?
The mayor
is the best.
Oh,
I was
okay.
told to expect you. Need access to upper floors, right?
I did make a mess.
Right. Before I trust you with this key card, I need to see what you can actually do.
Say what?
Do you know what would happen if you got caught? We're putting our lives on the line here. Prove you're worth it. We have a state-of-the-art combat simulator. It can provide a real challenge, let me tell you. If you beat the sim, then the key card is all yours. Well, well. You gonna call it quits?
Just a wee... Sorry, I've got some chairs to deal with first. I was hoping to speak to everybody, but I didn't think it would be him. Fuck these chairs. Disrespect your surroundings.
You're gonna train in the sim at a time like this?
Scarlet's theme, okay. Do I need to... Yes, I do. Let's have a little sit down. Yeah, is it Marlborough that I'm about to fight? Or... Nah, because if it's not, then I won't equip the enemy materia. I don't mind knowing. Well, just yes or no. Is it Marlborough?
You're gonna train in the sim at a time like this?
I don't remember. Okay.
Welcome. What would you like?
The mayor. I don't want to spend too much. So. No mail. Well, I suppose I can always just retry.
No key card until you beat this thing.
Alright. Three-person team versus Mayor's the best. A three-person team battle in which you pick your team, show who's really best by taking powerful foes handpicked by top Shinra executive who's also Mayor Domino's secret ally. Alright. That's right. Select team leader. Sure. Okay, Thunder. Got it. Silenced. Wonderful. Can't even use items, wonder. Ah.
After you.
Actually, hold on. Cool, this is going great. Oh, I can't use items at all. Ah. Well then.
Let's switch it up.
Let's turn it up.
I need to remember Barrett's going to be close range for a little while. She's also got a new thing to use. Oh, for some reason I've got the steel. Okay. I'm very good at this.
I got this.
That's one. WWE SmackDown? No. Or is it point blank I'm supposed to be using. I think it's point blank. Maybe here's not the place for it. Why not?
Let's finish this.
Let it break.
It didn't need to be so messy.
True, I agree. We're good, right?
Alright, I've seen enough. I'm a man of my word. Here, this keycard will grant you access to the 64th floor. You can use the elevator to get there. Once you're up there, just what is it you plan on doing?
We came to get one of our friends. She's being held in a research lab somewhere.
Oh, hi, Chadley.
Lab. Then she must be with Professor Hojo. It won't be easy to get to her. Access to R&D is limited to authorized personnel only.
Who gave that child a lab coat?
Know where we can find Hojo?
A board meeting is scheduled to start soon. It's being held in the main conference room. President Shinra, Professor Hojo, and the other directors will be in attendance.
Think they like surprises? We can even take the president as a hostage. Think of the leverage.
Try it, and security will be on your asses in seconds.
We need to find out what they're planning.
So you want to spy in their meeting? I have an idea. Head to the men's restroom.
Excuse me?
You can climb into the air ducts there. They go all the way to the conference room.
Thanks for the tip.
New content has been added to the combat simulator. You can earn rewards only available here. Items cannot be stolen. Okay. I can't believe you would work for Shinra.
Cloud, I've been waiting for you. You haven't forgotten me, have you? I'm an intern in the R&D division here. I took the liberty of hacking into the executive's private network to monitor your progress through the building. I will support you in any way that I can. I sense a surge in trust. We should keep this brief to avoid suspicion.
Nope, no more missions. Okay.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
He loves his simulations. Do you know what the name of that song that was playing earlier with the lounge singer? I really like that.
You're military, right? Can you give me any tips for doing better in the sim?
What you want to do is go online and Google how the best dialogue options for the route that you want to follow. That's how you get best boy or best girl in your game. That's how the Sims work, right? It might be.
Cloud? Huh? You're Cloud, right? Holy shit! It's cool, bro. We went through training together. Damn. So you're still alive and kicking, huh? Some of the guys heard you got smoked, but I told them it was all bullshit. Hey, sit tight, man. I'm gonna go get Kunsel. I'll be right back.
Hmm?
Old buddy.
You okay?
Yeah,
But you were just...
I'm good. Let's keep moving.
Alright. Probably nothing. Sorry, let me get these chairs.
Does anyone know their next target?
You. Wait, for a second there I thought I left some chairs, but no. Hi, stupid. Yep.
The hell's taking him so damn
long?
The hell's
hell's taking him so damn long? Better catch him soon.
I'm trapped. Let's try this way. Somebody singing?
I trust the narrative is intact.
Rock solid. The people have embraced
Rock and stone.
the Wutai Avalanche conspiracy wholeheartedly. I've almost come to believe it myself.
Wutai's response?
So far, nothing. And if those cowards do
Thank you.
react, all the better for us and our story.
Very well. Then we shall stay the course.
If I may, sir,
I may have to like bass
there
boost
was
all
one
these
other matter.
audio tracks for Tits because they're so quiet.
A message from our man Palmer.
It's quite annoying.
Damn it.
Barrett.
Yeah, I know. We came here to save Aerith. That's our first priority.
That's right. We only get one chance. Hojo should be at that board meeting, so that'll buy us some time. We need
Let's
to
go.
plan this just right.
What's over? Oh, these are just the lifts. Okay.
Do you think that's where Professor Hojo is?
Where he should
Hope so.
be.
Hello.
Can I help you?
I don't know. Can you?
What's the plan?
Little bit of recon. Need to find a way to infiltrate that room.
You hear the words coming out of your mouth. We just gotta find that bathroom so we can get into the air duct. Ask anyone here. They can point us in the right direction.
No thanks. We can find it on our own.
I don't want people to think that I'm a little pee-pee boy. You know? This isn't where I parked my car.
Didn't have the staff.
Little Euro trip reference for somebody in the group. Now I need to check all these rooms for chests. God damn it. Hold on.
Did you see?
Sorry, this is important.
I can't bring myself to look. I went to the Skyview Hall.
Hello.
You guys private security or something?
Yeah. Director Twesty was preparing a movie.
Closed. Closed. Where we're going. Last time I saw rooms like these, I think I was playing Control. I really want to play Control again. Real ones have played Control and know it's an absolute banger of a game.
Where are you going? That's the women's bathroom.
I know. Maybe it's this bit. You can go down the escalator to hear the OG building music. That seems like a long way to go, I'll be honest. I'll probably just look it up. That's very niche.
Alright, I'll wait out here.
Huh? You can't hang out here.
Tifa, it'd be better if you waited inside.
Maybe, but this is... Oh, never mind. You're right.
Okay, hold on. I want to double check what pirates... It was point blank I was supposed to be using. Okay. And hers is True Strike. Point blank and True Strike.
Oh, thank God. No one's in here.
Love to show them what the ones down below look like.
Come on. Let's just find that duct.
Whack. Here.
Gotcha.
And here's where you find the secret toilet materia.
Look, I'm
on guard duty.
Right.
So, can I go with you? Don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
Yeah, sure. Just follow behind.
Check the vertical leap on Cloud. Oh, great. So, we must meet Red 13 really close to the end, right? They're only, they're like a... not temporary party member, but I know they're not playable. Because, like, we are close to the end, as far as I understand. So Tifa does all the acrobatics and shit, but Cloud's okay in the vent, yeah. Hey guys, Cloud vented, like Among Us. This is thrilling. To the left. You have to assume you'll be a full-fledged party member in Rebirth, right?
I'm sure they're safe.
But we live right by Sector 7, and I keep calling and calling, but I still can't get through.
I heard that all the phone lines are down. It doesn't mean anything.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
You gonna make out? No, okay. Once I've played Intermission, I want to theorize again on what they'll do with Yuffie and Vincent. So I want to see. I understand like the Yuffie side mission is all about like her in the background of a lot of the remake, but like we'll get there eventually. We'll get to Rebirth, Intermission at some point.
Depending on the board's decision, we may start 2 projects simultaneously, rebuilding the plate and the city. Members of the Urban Planning Division will likely take point on both. Director Tuesti has ordered teams to come up with 3, 5, and 10-year plans. Each team needs to come up with a detailed proposal and schedule. We're going to have to put a lot of man-hours into this, so we'll need to start ASAP. Does anyone have any questions?
The acoustics in here are just amazing.
If not, then we'll wait for the director to return.
Okay, I had to click in the stick there just to make sure that I couldn't sprint the whole time or something. Ugh. Right, is there... What are you doing? Go forward. No. No, no. Back you go. Yeah. Not worth it. Snooze. This way. This... Clyde. No need for tank controls. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
This it?
Who are you talking to, Cloud?
I'm telling you, I saw him. With my own eyes, sauntering down the corridor.
We don't have time for this nonsense.
He was as close to me as you are now. The shock of it made me spill my tea.
Enough already. If there are intruders in the building, my men will deal with them.
But, Mr. President, sir, I swear to you...
Reeve?
Sir, I have the damage assessment for Sector 7, and I'm afraid the figures are catastrophic.
Spare us.
For some reason, his voice doesn't match his face to me.
Was there anything else?
Well, sir, I've also drafted a reconstruction plan.
Maybe it just doesn't match the lip syncing.
Not with the Ancient in our custody once more.
With respect, sir, I don't see how...
2 words, Reeve. Neo Midgar.
In their promised land, we will build a new Mako-powered metropolis.
Mr. President, we still don't know for sure that the Promised Land even...
Sit down.
Professor Hojo.
The test results were within expectations. The specimen is somewhat lacking compared to her pure-blood mother, but for our purposes, she should more than suffice.
So she can lead us to the Promised Land?
Well, Mr. President, that remains to be seen. I would like your permission to secure her cooperation through more forceful means. Forceful, yet gentle. She is a precious resource that must be handled with care.
I hate his glasses.
Personally, I've never had a problem with torture.
My armory is at your disposal should you require anything.
I had something more psychological in mind. Better to scar the psyche than mar the flesh.
Proceed as you see fit. However, you will not make the same mistake twice. Is that clear?
If I may,
Why is his
Mr.
voice
President,
familiar?
I have an idea how we might mitigate the risks. Simply put, we could have the Ancient reproduce. In the absence of a second specimen, we would need to identify an alternative mate. I would start with candidates from Soldier. These would, of course, include S and G types. Quite frankly, there's no telling what kind of properties a crossbred specimen might possess.
Gross.
So, what say you all?
He was the voice of Skullface. Which sounds about right.
If there is nothing else...
Mr. President!
Oh!
Please, sir!
Seeing what else he's been in.
Something stinks.
No way, he was lazy station worker in Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13.
Anything?
The man in the lab coat. Head of R&D. We follow him.
Okay. And then we kill the son of a bitch.
Not until he's led us to Aerith. That's the plan.
I'm looking for anime. Doesn't need to talk on anime. A lot of video games. Oh well. Right. Hey, the bathroom, I found it.
You. What department did you say you were from?
Gah. You okay? Why are you just standing there? Who are you?
Walking the halls of this very building, who would have believed it? I wonder... Were I to arrange a face-to-face... How I should like to meet their offspring. But that can wait. First, we must have answers. A simple psychoactive agent should suffice. Nothing likely to cause any long-term damage.
Let's go.
Right.
I still feel like we need to deal with whatever happened in the lab with Scarlet, with that summon materia. Okay. Need more ethers. Nope. No need to heal. Celery? No thanks.
So first... Or perhaps instead...
Just mustache twirling evil.
This one. This is definitely the one. Wait a minute.
No, it can't be.
Yes, yes. Why didn't I think of that earlier?
Alright.
I ain't bluffing.
What is this?
I'm currently set to close range.
A dozen bullets in your head, unless you open that door right now.
Bit dark.
You must be the ones who've been stirring up trouble lately. The eco-terrorists? If so, I can't imagine what business you have with me. The president's upstairs. Go on, shoot.
Shut up. Keep walking. None of y'all better move a muscle.
Do stop pushing. Unlike you, I am less accustomed to physical violence.
You'll get used to it.
What is
Alright,
it that you
take
want?
off your sunglasses, both of you.
She's in your lab.
It's too dark for this.
Tell us where Aerith is.
Oh, so she's your friend. Well, well, well. In that case, yes, that might do the trick.
Mind speaking up, son?
It's nothing. Just imagining how she might react if I were to present to her your fresh corpses.
Alright.
I promise. You will regret.
Okay. Bye. That's big. Whatever it is. What is that? Has anyone seen the Werewolf at Midnight film on Disney Plus? Oh boy. Okay, there's a few things going on here. Let's assess the little things first. Organisms extruded by artificial life form, capable of autonomous movement, they swarm around their parent to protect it from threats. Okay, so I'm gonna swap to Tifa. No, swap, dear lords. Nope. Bye. Something's inflicting me with poison. Assess the big lads.
Allow me.
Highly adaptable, evolves during battle where it exhibits extraordinary offensive abilities. Wonderful. So don't use lightning. Got it.
Pushing it.
Okay. Can I inflict bio? Not on him, but on the other ones I can. Okay. Regen on Clouds. That should hopefully mitigate the poison. Tifa, I want you to haste on Barret. Ouch.
I'm waiting.
Come on.
Got it.
We shall put haste on ourselves. So Did I miss? For fuck's sake.
Let's do this. Time to burn.
Nope.
Need my help, do you?
Ouch.
I'm coming for you. Give them hell.
Okay, you know what? Barret, where are you? Nope. Okay. Summoning's ready. Spells.
Bring it home.
Cloud doesn't.
We can do better.
Hang back.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Excellent. No. It looks a little bit like... So... I'm gonna swap in a second. You... Christ, you have to be up close for this. Excuse me.
My turn.
My turn.
It's on you.
Birds. Paste on. Haste on myself. Can I inflict? No, I can't. Nothing that lets me inflict slow. Okay. Increase the damage on stagger. It's not staggered yet.
Keep it together.
Okay, okay. I think we're doing good so far. No complaints here. Okay. Oh. Kill these little buggers. Hold on. Triple slash. Hold on, let me plug the controller in. But yeah, the shoulders remind me of Diamond Weapon. Is that the intent? Oh dear. Okay. This doesn't seem good. Okay, okay.
Here.
Right. Excuse me. Okay, right, first off, fuck you. Come on. Just get a few attacks in. I then want to haste clouds. haste. Barret.
Take the lead.
Need to heal up.
He's gonna triple slash through.
Yeah.
Or wait, hold on. That's not what I need right now. Okay, that's not what I intend to do, but sure. Okay, completely change our plans. Limit break. Okay. Wow!
Hey, Hojo's getting away.
Thank you, Ergo. Wow! Just checking for... Oh, can't I? Okay. I read 13. Like, okay. No? Okay. We'll come back for them. Raggy. Kitty.
Aerith! Very impressive. I really must thank you for providing me such invaluable combat data.
Cocky little egghead, ain't you?
The results provided by my predictive models indicate that this force should be more than capable of handling you.
Y'all about to learn predictable.
We're taking Aerith back.
Oh, take her back, you say? Correct me if I am wrong, but did the girl not come here of her own free will? Or do you mean
Curious.
to tell me that she is your personal property?
She only came here to save Marlene.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. But I really can't be bothered to explain. This facility is home to extraordinary specimens that will change the world as we know it. Do try to be considerate.
No. They're all weak to fire.
Don't overdo it.
Alright. Step 1. Can I like mass poison people? No, okay.
We can do better.
Want some more?
Get ready. It's on you.
Damn it.
Looks like your models got it wrong.
Yes, an unknown variable, perhaps. Well, no matter. Reinforcements will soon arrive.
But will they get here in time to save you from me?
Why are you a soldier?
Yeah.
No, not quite. Oh, now I recall. My memory was mistaken. My boy, you weren't a soldier.
What was I?
What? Oh, what is this fascinating phenomenon? What's happening? Where are you taking me?
What are those things up to this time?
Cloud!
Barrett.
Got it. Stand back.
Or?
You came for me.
Yep.
You good?
I'm great.
Sure.
Thanks for saving Marlene. I owe you one.
Save it for later.
I mean, these guys look cool, I'll give them that. There's no way I've not fought them before.
Best do it right.
Weak to lightning. Alright.
Keep it together.
Yes, it's my call.
Did they just... Oh, okay. I want to haste clouds. Like, probably what I should do is put haste on the time spell on Cloud so he can just cast it himself. But like, I like to have Cloud immediately assess things. Fire attacks rapidly, fill their stagger gauge. Alright. Wait, are they weak to anything? No.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, some healing needs to get done. Oh, for God's sake, Barrett.
I'll finish. You okay?
Then...
Ain't dead yet. That's that. Let's do this.
Feel the freeze!
Oops.
We still got a job to do. I'm counting on you.
There we go.
Aerith, you okay?
Thank you.
No biggie.
Let's get out of here.
Doggy. And that was it. The last we ever saw of
The
him.
hell was that thing?
We need to go. Aerith!
What the?
Come on.
Nope, nothing in here. Right. Just in case, I'm gonna hope that a bench appears out of somewhere. I'm not gonna quite waste my items yet. Eat 10. Eat 10.
What? You want to go?
Stop. This child's a friend.
Orf. Meow. Meow.
So what the hell is it?
A fascinating question.
Did
Yeah?
it just talk?
You asked what it is.
That's not the voice I would have picked.
I am that which you see before you. Nothing more. I'd appreciate it if we simply left it at that. Agreed?
13?
Red 13. The designation given to me by Hojo.
Then you must have another name. What is it?
He got away.
So, we're gonna go get the son of a bitch.
That can't be good. Okay. You call it cinematic, I call it annoying.
I have come for you. Together we will reclaim our world. They have come again.
Hell of a corridor, eh?
Cloud!
You know, Reno, I think you might be due for some R&R.
Nah, I'm good.
What are we going to do about Sector 7?
We are going to do nothing.
Been thinking, was all that necessary?
Had we refused, someone else would have completed the task.
I'm getting like a comic relief vibe.
The burden of a guilty conscience. Perhaps that will ease yours.
Yeah, nope.
Wow.
Let's try another tack then. They were a sacrifice to balance the scales.
Say what?
After everything we'd taken from the planet, we were due to give something back.
Do you actually believe that?
Does it matter? Yes, understood. The VP needs us.
Alright, I guess after this cutscene we'll call it then.
Cloud. Oh, thank goodness. You're awake.
I was painting you on the walls while you napped.
Yeah. Where are we?
Where I lived when I was still a child.
Are you okay? Maybe you should rest a little longer.
Sorry, I need to know what's in the chest. Ear of Staff. So all we need now is Clouds. Yeah, well, I will do this. I'll probably upgrade this item off stream. So yeah, that was fun. We're on chapter 17. I think there's 19 chapters. That was a good. I'm happy. That stream was an entire chapter. That was like perfect. That was a perfect amount of time. Because we're not even at 3 hours yet, and we did all that. So I don't know if that came over the mic. Let's call it there for today. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and we will resume. Right. Okay. Let me just see when Stranger Paradise DLC comes out. October 26th. So that's actually next Wednesday. So next Friday. Oh, right, okay. Next week's schedule might be a little uncertain. We'll see. We'll see what the schedule looks like. I'm not 100% certain. So yeah. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. What do I have planned? I have some D&D planned. I think that's pretty much it, really. And also ending with this music's quite nice. But we will return to 7 Remake. We will finish 7 Remake on stream. We'll get there. I would like to finish. I mean, like let's not get outrageous. I would like to finish after 7 Remake. I would like to finish at least 1 or 2 more Final Fantasies before 16 comes out. I think that's pretty achievable. Very reasonable, actually. But until then, I might even play some Final Fantasies off stream just to kind of get through them. So yeah. Before we go, I'm just going to hold on. Which sound effect do I want? This one. So, I like sound alerts. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. So until then, ta-ta.